Hey folks, I'm Tim with Kafkick Sports, and let's do a brief history of Jiu Jitsu in 2 minutes or less. Jiu Jitsu was originally used during the Japanese Sengoku period. It was a way of practicing hand-to-hand combat without weaponry for samurais. In the 1800s, a young man named Kano Jigoro, he wanted to practice Jiu Jitsu, but unfortunately he was just too small. So he learned as much Jiu Jitsu as possible. He also learned a lot of sumo and wrestling. He eventually invented a martial arts in which a smaller person could take advantage of a larger person, and this was called judo. One of Kano's students was Mitsuyo Maeda. Maeda was taught jiu-jitsu and judo. He traveled the entire world giving showcases on his martial arts. He always called it jiu-jitsu when he traveled. Any jiu-jitsu black belt today can trace their lineage directly back to Mitsuyo Maeda. And that's mainly because one of his students was the Gracie family. Maeda stayed in Brazil and taught the Gracies jiu-jitsu. Shortly after, the Gracies began issuing the Gracie Challenge. The Gracie Challenge was that anyone can come to them, and if they can beat them in a fight, they'll give you money. The Gracie Challenge eventually came to be called Vale Tudo, which was no rules fighting. The most important of these matches was Masahiko Kimura versus Helio Gracie. Kimura broke Gracie's shoulder using a Kimura. This also continued the Japan versus Brazil martial arts feud. Eventually, the Gracie Challenge extended to becoming UFC 1. It was a pay-per-view showcase, essentially, that the Gracie family founded because they wanted to show the world that their martial art was best. There. A very brief history of Jiu Jitsu in less than 2 minutes. There you go.